Hello everybody and welcome to a drastically different video than the ones I usually put out. This is not a meme-filled character guide or challenge video or anything else. This is a very serious topic discussion. We are going to be talking about a topic that is very polarizing, that brings out a lot of different opinions. It is Smash Ultimate's DLC characters. Before we get started, I just want to point out that this is entirely my opinion. I'm sure you have your own. We can discuss it in the comments if you'd like. Just remember that before you smash that dislike button because you don't agree with my opinion, remember that it is just one man's viewpoint. So getting right into it, the main problem I have with Smash Ultimate's DLC is that they are all third-party characters. Persona was made by Atlus and doesn't have any games on any Nintendo systems. Hero from Dragon Quest is a Square Enix property. Banjo-Kazooie was created by Rare, but now Xbox has all the rights to its games. And Terry from Fatal Fury is obviously owned by SNK. God forbid we have Steve from Minecraft or the generic Doom guy as the final DLC character in this fighter pack. But regardless, it's pretty safe to assume that the last member in this pack will be from a third-party developer. Don't get me wrong, I love Joker in the Persona series, I love Banjo-Kazooie, yeah, that's pretty much it for the current DLC characters. But I don't think it's just me when I say that I just want more Nintendo reps. Ever since the game was announced, there have been countless polls about who should be in Smash. And in most of those polls, either at the top or near the top of the list are always Nintendo characters. Look at this one that came out right before Banjo's release. 4 out of the top 5 are all Nintendo exclusives. Now, I do not speak for the people because I don't have a charming enough voice for that, but it seems like Nintendo IPs are what the people want. Now, I do understand why we are getting third-party characters. I get that Nintendo wants to work with and build good relationships with these outside developers. The speech that Sakurai made about bringing game worlds together was very cute and inspirational. However, he also stated that he wants to please the fans, and the fans want Nintendo characters. They want Waluigi, for some reason. And it's not like Nintendo has run out of characters that can be viable for Smash fighters. If they remove him as an assist trophy, Skull Kid could be so cool as a fighter. Sure, he doesn't have any arms or legs, but King Boo can make an interesting concept. Bandana D from the Kirby franchise has been a popular request by the fans lately. Literally every single member of the DK crew would make a cool character. I wouldn't even care if they made Dixie an Echo Fighter, she'd still be in the game. I made a whole video about... You are interrupting.
Caw.
I made a whole video about how Vaati from the Four Swords timeline could make a good and unique Smash baddie. Just like Skull Kid, there are plenty of characters in the assist trophy purgatory prison that would make good fighters, like Crystal, Midna, or Girahim. The list goes on, and if the next wave of DLC is like the first one with the whole fighter pack thing, I would have no complaints if they were all Nintendo characters. There is hope though, because there's one character I left out on that list that is almost certainly going to be in the game. It was no accident that Geno was left out as an assist trophy in Ultimate. This is a character that's been requested since Melee. People lost their shit when that fake leak/hack came out in Brawl where he was supposedly a secret character. Then they all cried themselves to sleep when they figured out it was fake. Even Sakurai has stated in the past that he wants to get this character into the game. Do you guys remember the hype and excitement from when King K. Rool was announced? Because I sure as fuck do. Sure, he ended up being one of the worst characters in the game, but either way, people were ecstatic to see a long-time Nintendo classic come to Smash. Meanwhile, when Terry was announced, people were more... People got hyped up about Ridley too, even Inkling generated a lot of excitement. Sure, part of it was because her announcement was also alongside the announcement of the game itself, but still. It just makes sense to have more Nintendo characters in this Nintendo game. Aside from the classics, there are some new Nintendo games that have either just came out or are coming out in the near future, which have characters that can be possible candidates for DLC. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses seems likely because God knows we don't have enough Fire Emblem characters in this game. Pokemon Sword and Shield will be coming out next month, and a lot of people are speculating that one of the starters could make it into Smash. And if more Echo Fighters are released, I have a sneaking suspicion that Gooigi will make the cut too. Another issue I want to bring up about the current DLC fighters is that they all have some weird, unique, yet somewhat overpowered special ability. Joker with Arsene is just way too powerful. Hero's little magic menu has some of the most overpowered and unfair moves in the game. And Banjo-Kazooie's unstoppable Wonder Wing is already starting to piss a lot of people off. I understand that Sakurai and the developers want to keep things fresh and experiment and just add new things to the game, but these abilities can't be introduced in the middle of a game's life because it completely throws off the meta. In a way, it's sort of unfair to the characters that are already in the game because new elements are being added and they can't be upgraded. Sure, there are things like Cloud's Limit or Wario's Waft, but those are both one-time use things and they don't compare to the scale of an Arsene or a Wonder Wing. I just hate when I think I'm having a good match and I'm giving it my all, and then 8 seconds later I get hit for like 70 damage with one combo. Hero has like 3 different attacks that can do up to 60 or 70 damage on their own. And while they're not the best characters in the game, aside from maybe Joker, it doesn't mean that they're not throwing off the overall balance. Now don't get me wrong, I am gonna play these characters because I spent money on them, but that doesn't mean I can't have my gripes about the directions that they're taking with DLC fighters. I know that you can't please everybody, and the developers are trying their best to put out a great game, and that's great, that's what everybody wants. But everybody also wants funny tennis man. But those are all the gripes I have for today. Do you agree with me, or do you prefer these third-party characters? I want to hear your opinion, so let me know in the comments. A subscription would be very much appreciated. I put out all sorts of mediocre content for you to enjoy. Let me know what type of video you'd want to see next. I still want to do what you guys want to watch. My name, of course, is Spinecar, and I will see you guys next time.
Personally, I prefer the end.
Yeah.